no intro because we don't have sound effects or anything like that. And Anthony's not here today to do his little cool rap. So it's just me doing this. Medicinal Mike, Cannabis Comedian, event host, and I am here because I'm also a talk show host or a podcast or whatever the cool kids are calling it these days. We're at Cannabis Capitol. It's another Monday. We'd like to talk. We're on episode 21. 21 weeks of awesomeness here. We have a great show lined up for you today. We have superstar, Southern California superstar, Michael Gabriel, rapper, hip-hop artist, and like the most nervous guy in cannabis right now. You should see him back there. We're also going to have my partner in life, Benji Cooper, who you can read everything he's ever written at Candid Chronicle, which is a San Diego-based newspaper. He was also the host or co-host with me of the Nug Life radio show forever, which was the first cannabis education show syndicated on FM radio, and I used to talk in a deeper voice for that, for the ladies. And it's a great show. What happened? Did we mess up the camera? No? It's a good camera? Thumbs up. Did you eat a bagel? You did get a bagel. All right, he's going to get a bagel. I brought bagels, too. Don't forget what's coming up in the world, and that is good weed, folks. This is good weed. I grew this myself, so I think it's legal. We have the Harvest Cup, San Diego Cannabis Farmers Market. Make sure you check them out. All the top strains and homegrowns and all legal. And you get to sample them out and get together with like-minded individuals. We also have the Hall of Flowers in Palm Springs, which is one of the coolest events. Used to be way up north. Now it's down here where we can actually get to it. So make sure you check them out. And that's about everything going on in the world. Kyle Rittenhouse, I don't know if you guys are following this case. Kyle Rittenhouse is the guy when it was the big riots going on recently, and then he shot the guy, or two guys, and then he went to court, and they let him off with everything. I don't know all the specific details, but I know the important parts, and that this guy is running free right now and is openly shot. Turns out, too, the guys he shot were like serial child rapists, which is a thing. So thought that died out in the 80s, but he shot him. So in my opinion, he's doing God's work. I don't care how he did it. That's the important thing, is 2 more child rapists are in the ground. Cannabis is wonderful. Make sure you educate yourself. And remember, with edibles, you can always eat more. You can never eat less. And they don't kick in until after you forgot about them. But welcome to the show, my first guest. I want to welcome superstar, Mr. Michael Gabriel. Come to the show. Now, this is audio. Small audience today.
Thank you, sir.
What's up, man?
Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you.
Welcome to the couch. Well, it's a chair today.
It's a comfortable couch, man.
Because Big Red's not going to be here to tear up the show, but
Oh, God bless.
he is here. How you doing?
I'm doing great, man. I'm thankful to be here.
Are you here? Have a blunt?
Yeah, man. So I wasn't nervous. I just got a lot of energy in me, bro. And then it's just...
It's called nervousness.
Yeah,
It's
nervousness.
literally like
Yeah.
Google it.
Yeah, true. That makes sense. But still...
It's not a negative feeling.
No.
It's a happy feeling.
Yeah, it is a happy feeling. I think I'm just learning to identify that and be okay with it.
So, let me tell you, you are one of the sickest rappers, freestyle rappers. Like, you're really gifted at it. And I see you everywhere. What keeps you going?
Drive and the determination to prove my spirit right, to continue to elevate, for my family, for the path that I've been through. You know what I mean? There's something inside me that will not allow me to quit. You know? So you just learn that, but there's also things inside me that make me do dumb shit. So I'm learning how to filter that out and get better at that, and you know, as we all are with life. And
yeah, any story that only has happy points is not a good story, you know. Got to have the low to really appreciate the highs.
No, definitely, and that's what I've been told, you know. So I'm very, very thankful to even have an opportunity to be here, to have a big show on the 30th. All this stuff ties in, and with COVID, with everything, with the way the world is, I'm just thankful to have the opportunity to do something that I love to do. To have people that are willing to talk with me, that want to, you know, interview me, that want to come to the fucking shows. All this stuff is just really cool, you know what I mean? I'm very thankful to do that. There's a responsibility. You have to see it through.
What's coming up October 30th?
DJ Quick on November 30th.
Sometimes I rhyme slow, sometimes I rhyme quick.
Oh,
quick.
Man.
That DJ Quick.
I'm very thankful. It'll be actually my second time opening for him. the last time he was low on weed, so I waited after the show. I was able to give him weed.
Oh, that's cool.
And yeah, it was a really cool moment, and so I'm excited to see him again and just build on top of that rapport. But he's a legend, and I'm just thankful to be tapped for people to ask me to open up for somebody like that. It's a booking agency that has to call. These people are making money. They're tapping on me because they know I'll bring money and I'll bring people and I'll do a good show. So with that, I mean, it's just motivation, you know. I know my laziness parts. I know what it's gonna take for me.
I've never seen you lazy.
Bro, that's the thing. We all have our own shit, you know. We all have our own fucking things that we, you know, people always see us better than I think we see ourselves. So I have my own things to get through, but these things give me power, if that makes sense, you know, to keep going, to be motivated, to...
And you're in the cannabis industry. I've been seeing you everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere I go, he just goes popping out the back.
Well, I'm working in the back till I can be in the front, you know?
Right.
Very
doing the science stuff.
Yeah.
Are you still working at the lab over there
yeah,
with the boys?
I now I'm more knowing people at the lab and just CBD stuff going on, just, you know, like...
Raleigh called me up recently, a couple days ago, and he says, you ever heard of kratom? All right, if you don't know what kratom is, it's closest relative is coffee, but it works as a painkiller. It works like an opioid. I think it hits all your opioid receptors.
Yep.
Because I drank a big old sample of it at the last convention, and I was like nodding off, and I was like, well, that was too much. He told me only take half, and I was like, ooh, a challenge.
Yeah, that's not
Yeah, it doesn't
right
work.
thing to tell you.
That's one of those things.
He
But
was
he's
freezing
crystallizing
them.
Yeah, now he sends me pictures, and he's got crystallized kratom.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. Like that, but to me, not to make it about me, but it's cool to have people around me that are doing fucking cool shit like that, because it also tells me keep going. You know, everything is. You look at the people you're around. It's just a part. It's just the journey.
Yeah, you're learning some science.
Yeah,
up
the
in
guy's
that.
fucking freezing shit. He's taking, you know, what was he doing? The psilocybin. He's extracting that too. Like everything is to help people too. Like he's, and to be around people like that. He's, you know, his wife is there too.
The day I saw you there, Raleigh comes out with this beaker, and it's like dark purple, green purple, like Mario purple, and he's like, look, I made a psilocybin extract, and he doesn't just tell you, he has a whiteboard, and he draws out all the molecules,
he takes the time and shit.
and we got to get through it, and he's like, you want to try it? And I'm like, yeah, I'll try it, you know, I'm in the lab, let's see if I get Spider-Man powers, and I smelled it, and I'm like, bro, I go, that smells like mushrooms, and he's like, that's what I use, you know?
Yeah.
So, I made it into these little tinctures, and you can get your little micro dose, and
It's amazing what they're
smile extra.
Yeah, what they're doing is amazing there. And now with these shows, I have the opportunity, because they give me merch tables. So I'm going to work that in or whatever. Like now I'm getting event spaces to where we can have their company. I can be sponsored by them. They have this face cream. You know what I mean? That I was, you know,
Is that why you look so young?
I'm not going to be young forever, so I want to start. I'm
Use it
starting
now.
taking the shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm taking it, and obviously I can promote them, and obviously I'll probably make some money off of that. Like it just, for me, everything is lining up now, and I'm just really thankful to be around cool motherfuckers that care about what they're doing, and that see something in me to either help me elevate or to share or to have me on here. You know what I'm saying? Like. That shit's crazy. And Ruli's like a tiny kid. Whenever he gets to talking to you about like this thing, it just becomes he gets excited. And that's how you know people are doing like he's doing something that he cares about. Right?
Brought out weed vodka.
Yeah.
And he's like, do you want THCV or THCO or?
Right.
Yeah, I learned a lot from that dude.
Bro, and
he's coming into the show. I was trying to get him in today, but
nice.
he's dealing with his family
They're
for
good people.
Thanksgiving. Because this is a Thanksgiving. I guess this is like our Thanksgiving break. Thanksgiving holiday.
Were you supposed to bring food?
No, I probably should have.
Yeah.
I thought about it. I brought bagels.
I thought you were saying
I'm
like
a half a Jew. I brought
might
bagels.
come in here and all of a sudden.
Lighter?
Next year. And you're
happened to
borrowing
the
my
lighter?
lighter? No, I took yours. There you go. My bad.
Yeah, I got that on. Can we get a playback?
I got
Brian?
my own.
We
I
need a
got my
playback,
own.
See how he got
It's
that
all right.
lighter?
You know, vape in the house. Vape in the house. No, man, but yeah. Well, it's good, dude. Just very thankful to be here.
How long you been active in the cannabis community? I mean, I feel like I've seen you since day one.
Yeah.
Because I'll be doing comedy and you're doing rapping, or
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
hosting.
Well,
Usually I'll
bro,
be hosting something.
I was heavy when it was the 215 days, and you could walk around and meet people, and I didn't want to have a normal job, so like I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna go around here, shake hands. I feel like I'm good talking with people. I can sell stuff. At one point I was helping a guy move ice cream. I was helping a guy
move CO2 oil. Like it's just those were the days you could do that.
Yeah.
So and then they started asking me to perform. So it helped me build confidence. I met my buddy Benji at that motherfucker. You know, like weed has been epic for me. You know, and the people that I met from it have been epic. You know, sometimes I smoke too much though. I'm not gonna say all good things, and then you get crazy thoughts or whatever. But it's a balance, yin and yang, people. You can't have like you said.
Well, the thoughts are where the music comes from.
Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta let them take the pen.
And they do, and that's something that I'm learning to do too with this process. To that inner voice, that the just getting better, but knowing how to calm it down too, because anxiety and life and things pick up. So
and especially nowadays too, because life was easier. You know, the further back you go, you know, life was easier as far as mental health and stress and everything like that. Because there just wasn't all this input coming in from everywhere like we get today.
yeah. No, I agree.
So a lot of the men today are dealing with issues that, you know, there's nobody to give you advice on because it's the first time, you know, the first generation that's dealing with it.
You're right. And that's where I'm thankful to. I came from a family where nobody really talked, so I'm very
mutes, huh?
Yeah, and I'm learning. Everybody was but me. It was fucking weird.
4 people all deaf.
I swore I was adopted. But anyways, no, like, you know, so I'm thankful with this platform. I'm definitely see myself being more open, admitting with my faults, admitting with my insecurities. I've been doing that with this show and just being honest about how I need help. You know, like I can't do this shit by myself, and it's been fucking great. So now I'm gonna double down on that and just be like, I think I have a bar that says "Bare my soul so souls can glow," you know, or souls can grow. Like I'm learning to become that even more and just not give a fuck even more too. You know, it's like a fine line of that makes you fucking cool too. That people like that guy.
All anger comes from the loss of control.
Loss of control.
So anything you can't control in life is what causes anger, and it's a straight action reaction. You know, and once you learn to give up control over certain things, you have no anger about anything, you know. Even you can't tie your shoe, you know, you tripped over a hole, you know, it's all I couldn't control something going on in that situation of my life.
That makes sense. That makes sense with everything. Well, I mean,
and then marriage. Dig in about why do you even want control? You know? Who fucked you up and put that into you?
No, I know. That's another thing too. Like all the programs that we come with, I'm learning to reprogram. Just COVID really helped me self-analyze and see where I want to go. And then you realize at times I can't freeze time yet. Maybe I'll have enough money one day to figure that shit out. But right now, it's just about seizing the moment, taking advantage of it, being with people that I respect, and living a life that I'm excited to get up for. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is cool shit. It's cool to fucking plan shit to come up with. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's cool that people tell me good job or that, hey, I like your stuff. No, fucking teachers, you know, some people don't get to it. So I appreciate it this time around more. But I'm also like, who's fucking coming with me? I know I can kill shit. I'm gonna reach out to you, and if you don't, whatever, that's okay. I'm using things as motivation regardless, either way, you know. So I feel like I'm just a lot more prepared and ready and to attack this time. And you know, if you don't quit, you get better. You know.
What's the 5-year goal? Like, where do you want it to go?
Definitely a household name in San Diego. Maybe in the country, maybe in the world. Branding, my fucking brand is sponsoring people that are doing stuff that have overcame with their lives. You know what I mean? And I'm leaving a legacy for my kids. You know, but I'm sponsoring athletes. I'm sponsoring. I don't care. I'll sponsor OnlyFans chicks. I don't even care. Just like as long as it's
start with the OnlyFans chicks.
I see the brand, the fucking brand, PHKM at fucking clothing, can do that. You know, anybody I tell the idea, they laugh. I get a human emotion from it. So to me, that's a signal of you got something. And now I just need to tie the other things. Like I did the LLC, but now I'm learning I shouldn't have done that. Got my ass kicked. You know, with the whole COVID thing too. So you just learn, but. I'm thankful I'm going, so I really see and the music taking off and probably be in a movie because I've been working on a movie and just with stuff that's happened, you know. So yeah,
dude, I can get you in a movie like that. It's
man,
not gonna be a good movie,
bro,
but man, it's easy.
I don't care, bro.
Shit,
I'll stand
Benji's
out.
been in like 10 of them.
I'll stand out like a motherfucker, bro. Just let me be somewhere in there. People like that guy, and then I'll get something else. I got offered a fashion show yesterday. I had an interview with some fashion people, and I'm gonna be the lead for this fashion thing. And that's cool.
Get your Zoolander on.
Yeah, I don't care. You know, I'm like acting and all that stuff. Like I just want to have fun, and I'm thankful to be this person and get to experience these things, and that people that want to work with me, like, yeah, fuck yeah, I'll go act and do some weird shit.
I just did a movie called Halitosis, where it's a guy who has a butt for a mouth. It's on Amazon Prime. And he's like a mutant, scary. It's a trauma picture, you know, Toxic Avenger style. And I'm looking at a house, and he kills me, and he rips out my intestines. Like, you get to see him come out. It's pretty cool. Then he flips me over and then has sex with me while his mother watches. Yeah.
I don't even know. That's my natural reaction. I don't know what to say.
Yeah, I can get you in a
after
movie,
that.
bro.
But this is why I like hanging out with you, because
I
every
beat out
time,
Spanky Hayes from
See?
Wild 'N Out for that role.
you see, every time we hang out, you get weirder.
He didn't want to do it.
And I love it. And I get to know the real you. You know,
Mhm.
that's what's good about meeting people over and over again. And I like the weird you. It's good.
Thank you.
We can build
This
on
is
this.
the only one I have.
It's great. I think a lot of money's gonna come from the weird you.
Here, now you can hit this because yours not lit.
No, you have yours. I have mine, sir.
Okay.
I'm appreciative. This is mine, sir. It tastes good. It's already fucking rolled. It's already tightened up.
I grew this.
I got past the shitty part that you rolled that was like over here, kind of hanging, and now look at it. It's as
See, I'm not usually the guy that has to do the rolling.
10-4.
He called in today.
in stocks we say I'm jacked to the tits. That means this is real good, you know.
Well, we are jacked to the
Jacked
tits
to the
here.
tits. There you go.
The dude that gave me these strains was like, I got them off of a professional grow, a legal grow, and wouldn't tell me what they were because he'd get in trouble because they're like super popular. So
Wow.
it's probably like a cookies or
Bro, you always know that it's good weed if you can taste it. That sounded like I farted, but I didn't right there, I promise.
Brian, can we get a playback on
You
that
can
fart
rewind
that
it
just
and
came
just
out of
see,
Michael Gabriel?
maybe, but I promise you I didn't fart. It just sounded like it very much, like 99.9%. But anyways, back to this. You can tell weed is good when you can taste it through the blunt. And you can taste this through the blunt, you know? Unless it's like papaya, a blunt. This is normal blunt, right? The blunt's not flavored, right?
No, it's a normal blunt.
Yeah, see, bro, you know how to
I think
grow.
it's a normal blunt.
You grow good weed, bro. And
Thanks.
I'm not even a fan of blunts, but I did this out of respect for you.
I did like 5 of them.
This weed is good. Yeah, I'm really scared. I mean, the first one I'm good, but we're gonna ask me to think and rap and stuff. I'm just gonna stay with this one. I think. I almost brought tequila too, but that would have been even dumber.
I have tequila right
I
over
knew
there.
you were gonna say
Sure
that.
do.
Darn it. We are gonna get in a lot of trouble.
Sure
But
do.
have fun doing it. Nice, bro. Nice, bro. Yeah, definitely thank you fucking for having me. It's an honor to be up here and talk with you and what you've done for the cannabis community and seeing you at the events and have you happy to see me too, you know?
It happened before Instagram, everything I did, so it never
I know.
really happened.
Nobody knows.
So
It's
it
fucking
never really
bullshit.
happened.
But I know you're a legend.
Yeah.
It's all and yeah.
So
It's all right.
let's hear. Can I ask you to do some freestyle? You want to drop some? How do you properly say that? You want to drop some beats, dog?
Yeah, I guess.
Lay some licks.
I was even thinking, I was like, damn, it would be really cool. I don't know if it's like a Guinness Book of Records, if we could just make a song, but we probably don't have a time right now. But like make a song real fast so I could let people into know like my thought process of how we do it. But we can do that too. We can freestyle. We can rhyme.
Or either one.
What?
Not we. It would all be you.
Oh no. I thought I was just
I don't
gonna,
even do karaoke.
I thought you were gonna rap and I was gonna hold the mic, the fake mic. But that's good. I can do the rapping. It's not
I'll
even a
hold the
big
mic.
deal.
You do 10 minutes
got
of comedy.
Okay, I've been practicing sets.
Wait, Benji, can't you do the beatboxing?
No.
Man.
Okay, damn it, what was the joke? I forget the joke. That's why I can't be a comedian, because
good weed.
I know, I already forgot the joke, which definitely means I'm going to forget words, but fuck it. We're here on Facing Fears. From now on, we're just going forward, and we're going to attack everything with a good attitude, and just see what happens, right? Trust the universe type shit.
That was good, but it did need a beat.
Thanks.
No.
I don't know. Is there a speaker? All I see is cameras.
No, I have no speakers.
This is the most fucking...
Everybody called in today, bro.
This
Everybody.
is the most lights that I've ever...
Yeah, they don't realize how many lights we have.
Yeah, it's really cool. I feel very
But it takes away like 20 years off your skin. You look like you're 14 right now.
okay. Not good for. I mean, that's cool.
Unless you're still in your 20s and.
Then I'm fucked. Yeah, can I just rap? Is that what we're gonna do?
Yeah.
Let's see. I'll be like la di da di da da, love a doubter. They wanna see me down, watch me sprout. Me's can't see past the nose, the truth flow. But truthful beings, fuck the bullshit scene. My leave will leave leaves that won't fall. Winter the storm, bullshit norm, watch me spring. Now summer's born. A son was born to raise hell to heaven's gate. Face to face, fuck the devil, even if that fucker's made. Land of the lost, no will. Get tossed in the bucket, most say fuck it, my dream. Never touching, but clutching, cause I'm clutch. See red, like them cups with a hole. It's potent punch in the dust, my rust. Nuts I hang. Bang the drum, bang, bang, it's done. The doubt route about, like a cloud I bang him, son. Today's become amazing. Phases didn't fade him. Thankful for my lady. Music, know what saved me. Universal language, universe I'm saying. Thank you for these times that I was always praying for. Saw the door and stepped out of my own way. Frequency flowing, love, love, steady, keep it going. Different dip and ditch and dive. For the dream to come to life. Program, reprogram. Only way to fly. Words ain't this word. Watch them come to life. Know you your good thoughts, cause the dog is gonna try. Mental rapper, mental what I'm after. Manuel, have Medtel. Chapter after chapter. Dapper and a dapper. Mo slappers, mo clappers. Mo after parties, joy. I embody love, 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 and light is godly. Breathe, breathe, breathe. In good times, good rhymes. You know the good life. Breathe, breathe, breathe. In good times, good rhymes. You know the good life. I used to dream for days like this. Yeah, yeah. I used to dream for days like this. I used to dream for days like this. Yeah, yeah. I used to dream for days like this.
That was good. I just burned the shit out of my finger though. Fuck.
Thank you, man.
Dude, give a round of applause.
Everybody who tuned in, I appreciate you.
Gabriel.
It's a round of applause for you guys. Thank you guys for having me.
Watching live right now at Cannabis Capitol, as we like to talk. _ Michael Gabriel _ too. You can follow him on Instagram, show him some love, some support. That's why I want to. You're an intelligent rapper. Like it's you know, the music that comes out today is very just garbage.
10-4.
But you have that old school, like there's intelligence in the words and the lyrics.
Thank you. That's what I'm hearing. That's what I've been hearing, and that's what helps me keep going. But I've the new stuff that I'm working on is melodies too. You know, repetitive words to attack. Just switching up the formula, like, but be prepared for all situations. You know,
Mm-hmm.
like if I'm doing quick, I'm gonna have a weed song. I'm gonna have some up tempo stuff, whatever. Like who now? Just thinking. Who am I opening up for? What's the type of stuff they have? What do we have that's gonna fit that crowd, you know? And then twist it a little bit to where it's like, I am me, and there was a time when DJ Quick was opening up for somebody,
Right.
or DJ Quick wasn't DJ Quick. So with that mentality, that this is me before I am or other people, whatever. But still, have confidence that you know what I mean.
I feel like in music, comedy, poetry, whatever, anything stage or entertainment, it's kind of that same road, just the different genre, but it's almost the same. Like you have to get these certain steps to achieve what they call success, you know. And you got to remember, success is not the goal where you get to, because I've been up and down and all around. Success is where you're at now and what you're doing, you know, and that's all that matters, because, you know, fucking one of these lights could fall on you right now and die. This has been the highlight of your life.
Yeah, no, you're right. Thanks for being fucking cynical, but yeah.
Like right there, like a little
Curse me,
wobbly.
asshole.
Like a little wobbly.
We're good.
But your tan's coming out
The
nice.
Lord's got him. Like, dang. No, yeah, man, I really appreciate it, bro. I'm just ready this time, you know. There's just a difference. I keep saying that there's a different sense of things, and once you taste regret or you know things, or you know, if you self-analyze, you're gonna learn, and I can't shut off that voice inside me that's like, what are you doing wrong? Even if it's just weird, you know, maybe it's a little crazy, but I'm pretty sure that what I'm hearing when I say it is everybody says, well, we're all a little crazy. I'm like, all right, cool, well then I'll keep being me.
Yeah. Anybody who not is lying and just wears a good mask, dude.
10-4, and
Well,
that's
it
good.
depends on what your definition of normal, because what is normal and
Right.
who's it based off of, and
Right.
who's, you know.
Right.
You got people running around out there, you know, shit brains out of their mind, but hey, that's how they're supposed to be.
Yeah, did you see that, sorry to bring up something negative, but that guy that just hit a bunch of people with his car or whatever?
I heard about this through a parade
Yeah.
or something. It was like a little girls or band
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
how did that happen?
Fuck, I guess they let him out too. That's what B was telling me on the way up here. Something.
Really? It must have been a medical
he
thing
had already
then.
been, yeah.
Maybe had a heart attack or
Yeah.
uh,
I don't know. No. The guy was a bad dude.
he was drunk.
I don't know.
Drugs?
I don't know enough about it. Stop
Tell
asking
this
me
is the
questions. I
news.
don't
We're on
fucking
live.
know.
We need to know.
I'm sorry, I should have came here prepared. I didn't know I was
I
gonna
know
be
who will know.
April O'Neil. I know, huh? Yeah, Mr. fucking news guy, dude.
You want to do something fun when you're high?
Yeah.
Everybody, I want to welcome Scott Migdal for this day in history. Why didn't you bring the speakers in?
Huh?
There's no speakers.
Ah, poor babies. Scott McDowell, this
Scott,
day in
Michael
history.
Gabriel, Mr. Scott Migdal. How you doing this day in history?
Legend.
All right, so today, November 22nd, but we're going to do a story from November 20th because it was that important. This day in history, 1820, U.S. Essex is attacked by a sperm whale.
Ooh, those are the worst kind of whales to swim with.
The U.S. Essex was an 87-foot, originally a merchant ship converted to a whaler, and was out in Nantucket area, 1,000 miles offshore, when attacked by a sperm whale.
Sperm whale.
Which spawned the
I'm
book
ovulating.
Moby Dick.
Oh.
From this incident in history,
Because it looks like sperm.
the
It's the
writer
great white whale.
Herman Melville, who was a whaler himself, came up with the idea and wrote the book in 1851, Moby Dick. Did you read Moby Dick in high school?
Yes, sir.
And what did you think of it?
It was a great book.
Really?
Yeah.
And did you read Moby Dick?
Yes. The great white sperm whale.
Guess what?
What?
In school, my teacher came up to me because it was required to read the book, and we had to take a big test on it. He asked me if I read the book. I said no. I read the first 20 pages and the last 20 pages. Now test me. I still passed the test. I knew enough
Cheat
about
to
the
win.
Ahab story and the crew, the ship. Do you know that only 8 men survived from this disaster?
If you're watching, read the other 300 pages. I promise it's going to be very interesting.
You know, at times it was not good reviewed. Some authors called it boring. Okay, so in 1820 though, the Essex went down, and the survivors were in 3 whaling boats, and one ended up on a deserted island. The other 2 were adrift in the sea for months.
Damn.
Finally, they started getting to rescuing these people. So it finally ended. But in 1820, the real life incident of the Moby Dick. Our second story, which is a cool story. Today we're doing boats, planes, and bad guys. Our second story.
That was the boat.
Our second story is a boat plane.
Another sperm whale right there in the background, you can see.
This day in history, 1935, leaving from Alameda Airport. Mike, you do some stuff up in Alameda, don't
yeah,
you?
I feel like I do.
Yes,
Sounds
yes.
familiar.
There's an airbase there. In this day in history, 1935, the China Clipper left Alameda on its way to Hong Kong. It's the first transatlantic mail flight.
What does that mean?
All male?
Air mail.
Oh, mail.
Air mail.
Mail.
Hello. San Francisco
Not the same thing I did.
to Manila.
So it's like a Chippendale flight at Chippendales.
Hello, air rates.
It's a little mini bar.
San Francisco to Manila,
Glitter.
6 days, 50 cents in 1935 for a half ounce.
What?
A weed?
Yeah.
It was 50 cents for
No. a
Sorry.
half ounce. Oh, it gets better. In the initial
Wait, what are we
flight,
talking about? What's 50 cents
Mail.
for a half ounce? Oh,
Mail.
for mail.
For
We're still
mail,
talking about
air
mail.
mail.
Gotcha.
In the initial
You're
flight,
doing it to me.
in the initial flight, the pilot was told to do a promotional stunt, fly over the Golden Gate Bridge, which is pictured in this picture. When he left Alameda, he started climbing, and he realized as he was approaching the bridge, he's not going to make it. He flew under the bridge by 30 feet. And, of course, he had to call, talk to the passengers. This is your pilot, Vinny. No disrespect to Propan and Vinny.
Or Italians. Oh, you're talking. Oh, you specified to a specific Italian. No disrespect to Vinny from Popen.
This is your pilot, Vinny. And we're not going to make the bridge. We're going to fly under it. so to speak. But they did the stunt. They pulled it off, and they made it to. They had multiple stops. They first flew to Honolulu, dropped off mail, then to Manila, and then to Hong Kong. So this was a great. This plane cost $417,000. It's basically you know, a boat plane.
Yeah.
It was used in World War II. Remember,
it's a motherfucking bird plane.
this was used to rescue downed airmen.
Oh.
So this is a really good aircraft. Martin made the aircraft, Martin Engineering, 4-engined, long travel, and it actually carried passengers. There were 3 planes for this flight. They were owned by Pan Am Airlines, which cut a deal with the U.S. Mail. So that's how, and they carried in the initial flight. Now this is kind of speculative. In the article, it claims that they carried 110,000 pieces of mail. And I said, no, that can't be right. I have to ask a postman about this one to see if it's accurate.
Back then.
110,000 pieces of mail. So yes, the China Clipper was it's a great story, great boat. Alameda's a nice city. What other airplane, Mike, flies out of Alameda? It's been used on the show before. That big transport plane.
Beautiful. If I knew I was going to be tested, I would have took notes.
The
You've
Hercules.
been here all
The
year,
Herc.
man. You've been here all year.
No, the C-135
Everybody
comes out of Alameda.
C-135.
There's an air base there. So Alameda, California, 1935. China Clipper. Our last
Suck
story.
it in, folks. Suck it in. Education.
I love that.
It's fun to get high
I
and
didn't
learn
even know
shit.
this was gonna happen.
Well,
You know,
This is
we have the
awesome.
ability to put up pop screens, all kinds of badass shit.
But
we
you know, here
like a show
they
and tell
made
stuff.
a commemorative stamp,
This is the shit.
an air mass stamp,
Mhm.
and here it is,
Whoa.
It was
1935.
a lot
Yeah.
bigger back then than they are today.
Yeah, it's the picture of the plane. But yeah, I mean, really, it's a cool story. When I saw the story, I was like, wow. I was like, this is cool.
Is that a printout or you just have that?
Is that an actual?
I print these out on a laser printer. Our
Nice.
last story.
Fuck yeah. No, not more. I want more stories.
Our last story is a day of infamy.
Oh man.
November 22nd, 1963, JFK is assassinated. Here's a picture. Who's our source, Mike? Who's our national
Associated
source?
National Press.
Associated Press. This is
Yeah,
1 minute before the president is killed.
Okay, yes sir.
He's in the limousine, the Continental, suicide door, limousine. Jackie's right next to him. She's got her gloves on, and she's talking to the president. 1 minute later, the first shot comes in, and the president is literally grabbing his throat like this. Shot number 2 comes in and takes the president out. In the grassy knoll, I was actually talking to somebody that actually did the tour in Dallas and showed me pictures of it today. And I was like, whoa. And the second shooter, of course, which we all don't know about, was a man who was actually, fits the description of Mike. Man in his 40s.
Old Jebediah Boris.
Man in his 40s.
My great-great-granddaddy.
Average to slight build, about your height, came out of the grassy knoll in a suit, and just disappeared. Now, you know, remember, 2 days
Why would he
later,
stick around? A man was just murdered.
2 days later,
Some guy getting a hand job on his day off or something. And
well,
that's
2
what
days,
he gets.
2 days
everybody's not
later,
looking because that guy got shot. I might as well leave now out of the bushes.
that's right. 2 days later, Jack Ruby shows up at the precinct and kills Lee Harvey Oswald. There was a select House of Representative committee investigation that literally determined that there was a conspiracy on this murder. Jack Ruby, who worked for the mafia, wasn't allowed to kill Lee Harvey without permission. He had permission. Because if he didn't have
Scott, he's
permission,
in the picture.
if he didn't have
He was
permission, Jack Ruby would have gotten whacked in jail for disregarding orders. But of course, he was following orders and took out a mob associate, which was Lee Harvey Oswald. So there's your conspiracy. 1963, November 22nd. We lose a great president.
Just taste it. I grew it.
He's giving it to me.
It's rude.
It's my friend.
It's rude. He doesn't even taste it.
No, he's telling us dope stories.
So this day in
I
history,
grew that.
tonight, on Monday Night Football,
Stunt credit.
the Giants will be at the Buccaneers, minus 10.5. Seats are available. Starting price, $133.
Damn.
You know, last week, the 49er game, the starting tickets were $44. Good
up
price. Tonight's game, if you're a Giant fan or a Buccaneers fan, Buccaneers is 6-3, Giants
of
are
a
3-6.
good discount.
Giants are the underdog at 10.5. But of course, New York Giants.
10.5.
And they're gonna show up. They're gonna play some football, and they love beating Brady. Tom Brady's the quarterback for the Buccaneers, so he's playing against New York Giants. So, good luck, Tom, tonight. But yeah, I mean, ticket prices in the NFL, literally, you know, they're getting up there. So, this day in history is over.
Big round of applause for Scott Migdal.
I got some dirty work to do in the next studio, okay? So excuse me, all right?
One more time. Scott Migdal, if you want to follow him on Instagram, Scott_Migdal. You talk to him, send him nudes, he'll respond.
Nice. He's part of the underscore family.
Any nude you get in the rest of your life is because I just did that.
You said,
Both nudes
you
you're going
said
to get.
any nudes you get in the breast of your life.
In
I did
the
that.
breast.
You meant the rest. I know.
That was a thing, huh?
Yeah.
You get high and then just do some weird
Dude,
shit like
I'm
that.
so happy that
See?
you did not tell me that was going to happen. That was such a surprise.
Show's like an adventure, you know?
Yeah.
Like you just.
I mean, this whole fucking thing now, you know, has been better than Disney.
Now you know about the airplanes.
Yeah.
and-
Bro.
Yeah, and in a month he's gonna call me and be like, "Hey, remember what I said about that one airplane?"
Yeah, it was
We
the
go, "No."
C-135. See, I remember because you know, I like the guy. You gotta remember.
We love Scott. You're
much.
crazy.
That was hilarious.
I just know he goes crazy sometimes.
Yeah, but I love that
Like he
about
was
Scott.
wanting to shoot me with that gun. He was like, you know, you should let me just plug you in the head with a fully automatic Nerf gun for about 60 rounds. It'll be funny.
He definitely looks like a guy you want on your side, you know.
Yeah, he's a good guy. And he watches these, so he knows where you are. He runs the IMDb for the page. So if you talk any shit right now, lost
I'm
your
all
credit.
about IMDb.
No, it's like
I'm all about IMDb. I hope I can take her out.
Scott knows a lot of shit, man. He's got it all in his
I
brain.
know.
And it's fun to hear the stories as opposed to having to Google and, you know.
Yeah.
Gives you interaction.
Yeah.
Plus, it's fun to fuck with you when you're high.
I like humans.
Usually I have Big Red come in and sit on your lap and hard crazy shit, but you
Really?
called in today.
I'm glad that didn't happen. I would have felt comfortable, and I know you enough now that I can tell you no.
Coop, why don't you figure out how to set your camera up on something that's you can actually come over here. A special guest too that's off the roster just because I wasn't sure he was coming in. But let's just bring in real quick. Everybody who's gonna applaud is already on this side of the camera. Benji Cooper.
The legend Benji Cooper.
Benji Cooper works with Candy Chronicle. He's a powerhouse in the journalism world. Benji, sir, how are you, sir?
Good to see you.
How's your smoke inhalation?
Yeah,
I'm doing
put
all right.
over
You're
here.
not dying right now?
No, like I said
You want a
before,
safe word?
I've been doing better
Your safe word is.
in the past few months.
Benji used to host the Nug Life radio show with me. The Nug Life radio show was the first cannabis education show syndicated onto FM radio in the country, in Nevada, Arizona, and San Diego, and those surrounding Chula Vista and parts of Mexico.
And Vaker.
Oh, yeah. And Baker. And Colorado. We were on in Colorado, too. It's like a small mountain town. Like, you drive up and you hit the top of the mountain, you hear us, and when you go down, it starts going staticky again. So what are you doing these days? You can't breathe. So Benji was supposed to be on this show with us, but he can't breathe in smoke anymore. He couldn't COVID it out.
Yeah, something happened to my lungs a couple years ago, so
Is it COVID? Are we already choking you now?
no, it's
Yeah, coincidentally. You want some water, bro?
Benji, don't make me feel
Want some water? Drink some water, bro.
I got water over there.
Did Michael Gabriel choke you out with his secondhand blunt smoke?
yeah. No, so I caught.
Benji also is the artist and does all the newspaper stories on the Patience comic that we work with on together. and everything. Yeah, he does the HempCon rap. Look up the HempCon rap. There's
The
3 of
HempCon
those out
theme
there.
song.
I still listen to that. I was like, yeah. I saw Auntie's Edibles. Love
Nice.
her to death.
Auntie's great.
Oh, also reminded me, Brain Dead Beans. I was supposed to bring their shirt in, and we were gonna give it away.
That's who it was.
And I was hanging it on, I hung it on the closet, and then I got here, and then I didn't have the shirt. Brain Dead Beans. I'm gonna do a big giveaway. We'll do it on the Instagram, where there's much more people than Twitch. Hey, Benji.
Hey.
What's going on in the news?
Gee, there's a lot of stuff going on. Thailand is getting ready to develop some sort of international coalition for cannabis research.
Really?
Yeah. Actually, I brought the story.
That's funny.
Funny you should ask.
Benji was the news. He did our news. You know, that's news. Completely impromptu.
So yeah, they're establishing a medical cannabis research center in conjunction with a company called Amara Asia Company Limited. They signed a memorandum of understanding with RX Leaf World Medica to establish the International Medical Cannabis Research Center. So they're going to focus on medical cannabis genetic research and bring together doctors, researchers, experts from various countries and develop medical cannabis products and exchange related knowledge.
I feel like the rest of the world is still on track with the medical part of the cannabis side, whereas America, since we've gone recreational, I don't see the focus very much on much medical. I'm not hearing any stories anymore. Or...
Medical is kind of, I mean, it's still there. Recreational kind of tends to take the spotlight. There is, like, as far as the states that have legalized medicinal, there are still there's probably at least twice as many medicinal states than there are recreational or adult use. Still not all the states. There's still a lot of states that don't have either, and I know people in those states are really chomping at the bit to get legalized cannabis. I would say the signing of the 2018 Farm Bill really made a major step because that legalized hemp across the country, so CBD became legal everywhere. And that's actually what's causing a problem now with Delta 8, because you make Delta 8 THC from CBD, so people are manufacturing it underneath the hemp bill, and states don't know what to do because there's no laws to
Because
actually
they're not
cover that
understanding
right
the
now.
education behind it.
Right. Well, there's no laws to actually cover that.
They like
right
take
now.
all the CBD, turn it back into THC, and go, gotcha.
Right. So they're kind of
Little
confused
loophole.
as how to regulate that. I really have
And
no idea
Delta
what to do.
8, you know, even if you're not an avid smoker, if you're an avid smoker, a Delta 8 pen is going to do really nothing. You're
Well,
not going to feel it.
From what I understand, if you use inhaled Delta 8, it's not really going to have much in the way of psychoactive effects. But if you ingest it, it's actually more potent.
Really?
I can attest to
I've
that
not tried
personally.
that, yeah.
I have ingested Delta 8 before, and it is pretty potent.
Is it the same as like, because with Delta 8 you feel high and then it goes away in like 20 minutes?
It lasts for a while.
So you're like edible, straight stoned.
Yeah, but like it's like, I don't know, it's kind of different. Let's say the actual the psychoactive effects are different than what I was used to with regular THC or even the nano CBD or nano THC, which is becoming a lot more popular these days because just the way it works. It's nano encapsulated THC, so
Which means it makes it really small to break through the blood barrier.
and it makes it water soluble. It makes it
All we're missing is the puppet.
right greater bioavailability, so your body can utilize the medicinal effects of it. It has a shorter activation time, so instead of like with normal edibles, you have like a half hour, 45 minutes, an hour before you start feeling it. You take the nano THC and you start feeling it in 10, 15 minutes. And a lot of times it'll have a shorter duration of effects, which is something people have been trying to achieve for a long time. Have cannabis be something like, oh yeah, I can have a cannabis drink that acts similar to like a beer, where you can have a beer and you're over the buzz, fairly quickly. Nano THC takes it a little closer to that. And we actually experienced it.
You getting like pot drunk?
Yeah, something like that. And we actually experienced it years ago when we had the CBD water coming in our Nug Life studio. That was my first experience with the nano encapsulation.
I drank so much of that shit, and like at events that I stopped peeing. Like I was just absorbing everything 100%. I'd become some kind of vitamin machine of pot water.
Super CBD consuming. Yeah.
I remember when pot water didn't exist, and in the patients, I made a pot water joke, and then it did exist. It means I created it.
Basically.
On some of the old
Thank you for that, Doug.
old attempts at the cannabis drinks, where you'd have your drink and then you'd finish your drink and it's like all the oil stuck to the cup inside. You're like, I don't feel nothing.
Yeah, I remember that. Then we go to dig in. That was the old slacktivist when they first came out.
Thankfully, technology has progressed a little bit since then.
Yeah, nano's delicious. What's new, man? When do you start coming in every week and doing the news and shit? What are you doing on Mondays? Nothing, apparently.
Working, doing a lot of writing.
Yeah, that's
like you said, I'm the Candid Chronicles primary writer. I've got close to 1,300 articles on that site now. I've been writing for them for about 5 years.
Before COVID, it was an actual newspaper. And it was in all the dispensaries. And
Yeah, we're strictly online now.
Yeah.
It enables me to get out content a lot quicker, but you still don't have that physical paper in your hands that you can give to someone. But it's given me an opportunity to learn about a lot of things. I've gotten to interview some really
Just hit this, let's see what happens.
cool people. Sorry, I don't do tobacco.
Let us hit it.
I got to interview Be Real from Cypress Hill
Yeah,
back in
he's good people.
October. That was kind of like one of the highlights of my career so far.
Yeah, that's where I used to do the horoscope,
The
the
horoscope.
cannabis horoscope. I did that for like a year. And then, I didn't.
I was
be another, and you shut it down.
I was doing
I didn't.
the patient's comic strips, little 3-panel comic strips, just like you'd see in the newspaper.
Those are fun.
But I haven't done those in a while, mainly because I'm kept so busy just pumping out, the news stories that I don't have time to do the comics.
Just come over and show me how to do it, and give me all your templates.
I'll loan you my arms so you can
Yes,
draw
that
them
would be
yourself.
wonderful. That would be wonderful. Just download everything you know and do an MP3 something.
Yes, transfer my consciousness.
I'm
onto a
stoned.
Memory card.
How you doing over there? We can't smoke right now, too. I'm all
I know,
like,
I know.
It's okay. We're getting there. I feel like it's like an intervention right now.
Yeah.
I need it, dog. I need it.
It's like being back on the Nug Life show. We couldn't smoke in that studio either.
Dude, yes. That's. We used to get high in the parking lot, though. We had the best parking lot parties of any show ever. We had like the most famous people in this round, giant circle in the back.
We had one parking lot session that was so gnarly
I thought I was gonna get me too'd over there.
that people inside the building were complaining about it. Like, we were out in the parking lot a little ways away from the building, but it was so much smoke and dabs that people in the other suites inside the building were like, it smells like weed in here.
That was fun.
Pretty
And then the owner's lawyer embezzled, and then the radio stations
Yeah,
got
that's what he
shut
was
down.
saying.
Tens of millions of dollars. Just
So we just need money to get it all back then?
Yeah, about $500,000.
yeah,
okay.
I should do it.
Oh, $500,000. Just send it in right to my Cash App directly, or through Messenger. They have a little money sender,
It's only 500 G's.
Yeah. Wait, send 6. You
Find
know,
that in your
inflation.
couch.
There's inflation.
Motherfucker asked for 6.
6. Yeah, let them work me down to 5.
Nice. That's the type of people
All I need to
around.
close one deal.
That's
You know how easy that
That's what I
is?
need around me, man.
You only got to close one
You're
deal.
my manager.
Why close 500 deals when you only got to close one?
True that.
I don't know when this show started. I don't know when we're ending.
Nice.
What do you miss most about smoking weed? Do you still get high? What do you eat? Cookies and shit now?
I do a lot of edibles.
You used to smoke so much.
Yeah, dabs.
Vape pens,
Dabs
dabs.
became
You were like a connoisseur of dabs.
all day long dabbing until just
Is that what happened?
I got walking pneumonia, and then like my lungs have been slowly healing ever since. So, last couple of months have been.
And you're taking RSO.
I don't have any RSI.
Oh, dude, RSO's easiest shit in the world to make.
Well, that would be
I got
freaking awesome.
pounds of trim. Allegedly.
I've been mainly just taking just regular edibles and like full spectrum CBD tinctures and stuff like that. The companies I write about, they chomp the bit to send me stuff.
So you're
I
like,
don't refuse any of
the
it.
better the article, the more you get. Or if they anger you, they feel your wrath, and you put them into the negative. You know what? I've been taking these gummies a month, and I don't feel no different at all.
Well, I don't write
In fact,
negative.
I feel like my cholesterol's gone up.
I don't write a negative about them. I just don't
These
write about
taste
them.
like shit.
Suck a fart.
These Who the tastes like they made them in the garage? Were you with us when we? It was for Vegas, I believe, and it was a competition, and we opened up the bag, and it was potato chips. It was medicated potato chips, and it was a
remember that.
rubber band in the bag.
What?
We found a rubber band, and we were like living it. Ponyboy was out there, and his 1 million followers, and we're all living, and I pull out a rubber band from the bag, and we just went hey shit on the guy, and because it was we were literally going through each product,
Right.
and when that was a cool thing. He ended up like not going into the contest the next day and just quitting, and I felt bad.
Hung up in shame.
I was like, I could have choked on it. I eat fast when I got the munch.
Eating a rubber band.
Dude, somebody
No, I don't remember that. I do remember going to Vegas for a hemp con.
The one that got raided.
The one where you saved Paul Wall from getting arrested.
It was the best thing in the world. See, I done some weird shit, bro. Paul Wall was in the parking lot, and I'm in the thing doing the show and hosting, and the guy comes in and says, Paul Wall's getting arrested right now. So I put my tie on, you know, my little dork suit, and I go running out there, and it's Paul Wall and, you know, all his group. And they're like, the cops are like, yeah, they're smoking in their cars. They're smoking. You were right there, weren't you? Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're smoking in their cars. And I was like, he's got to be on stage in like 5 minutes. You know, I need him now.
Yeah.
And they're like, all right, we'll let him go. You know, and they let him go. And I'm like, come on, let's go. And he's like, I can't leave my boys back there. You know, represent Paul Wall.
Yeah.
And I turned to the cop and I went, hey, I go, that's the band. They fucking released them all.
Genius.
And I ran him back inside.
Hero
Now
of the
he
day.
has to take a bullet for me with his teeth, with his golden teeth.
With his grill.
I wrote his the Legalizers, the comic with Baby Bash and Paul Wall, with Goater magazine. Check them out. And I gave him a superpower, and that's when he smiles, it gets real bright, and he blinds people with it.
Nice.
And Baby Bash had a super punch.
Nice.
Yeah, so now he owes me like a firstborn or something.
Yeah.
Something cute too.
Or a feature.
No, I want the kid.
Kid.
Mold him in your image.
Yeah, we had fun. I was having so much sex in those days. Mm-hmm.
And then.
Now I'm a dry desert. Just kidding.
I
I'm not a
like
dry
the
desert.
honesty.
Can't smoke that,
I know.
can I?
If you want, you can go ahead.
Really? Will you die?
No.
We'll see. We'll just
Look
test.
how irresponsible we are.
Look
You
at
know-
we're good friends. What the fuck do
He's
you
like,
mean?
I'll just choke for days, and
What do you mean? We're good friends.
we're good friends. You should
Yeah.
be fine.
Yeah, I
Be
noticed
fine.
that Scott was doing, this day in history, but there was no actual like cannabis related. Though I did.
That's because you're not here, bro.
I
What
did
were you
find-
commenting on people who are not doing your job?
Yeah.
Then you don't show up.
I did find a link
Scott.
though. The sales on that ship, the sperm whale ship, were probably made out of hemp.
This is true.
So you got cannabis news today.
I bet you they're made out of hemp. I bet you they were.
They all used to be made out of hemp.
That's so cool.
Canvas.
Mmm.
Cannabis.
Cannabis.
So much shit we can do, right? You can do concrete too.
Hempcrete, yeah.
Hempcrete.
I hate hempcrete people when they're fucking brick and they're lighter. Look, it doesn't burn. They all do the exact. First time it was impressive. But now I go every state to state, and it's the same personality of person. It's some like dirt hippie. Just 'cause,
Look at the fucking
my whole
Pandora's
house is
box
made
I
out
opened
of
up.
hemp bricks, and look, it doesn't burn. It doesn't burn.
The concrete mafia
What the
isn't
fuck?
buying it. Right?
Is
Yeah.
it good for the environment?
The education, it's beautiful for the environment.
Okay.
And it's fireproof. It doesn't burn at all.
I know, I get it.
Holy shnikes.
No, there's a million positive reasons you should have hempcrete.
10-4.
But the people that push it are just,
got it.
I'm telling you, I go all over the freaking place.
Yeah,
It's the same.
Same person. I get you.
It's not like a businessman over here telling me his brick don't burn, it doesn't burn. And then, somebody who's more activist. It's the same dude.
Just in a different
Face,
outfit.
wearing a different
Wearing
face. Hempcrete, it doesn't burn.
It doesn't burn.
They need to get somebody like Woody Harrelson to push it.
Yeah.
Like if Woody Harrelson was pushing hempcrete, then I would totally. I'd be like, I would demand it. I'd be
Right.
like, you know what? I need a Hunger Games house.
Branding, bro. That's the day we're in.
Termites don't eat it either.
Termites though, I made so much money in the termite industry, especially in California. So why aren't they using it?
I don't know. I would imagine that the established lumber companies that they use their lumber to build the houses probably have a vested interest in hempcrete not becoming a thing. Although if they were forward thinking, they'd be like.
So it's the same hemp that hemp's put up with since the beginning.
Yeah, exactly.
It's too easy. It's too good.
It's like William Randolph Hearst all over again.
It's a victim of its own success.
But if they were forward thinking, they'd be like, okay, we're going to invest in all this land and grow our own hemp
Right.
and manufacture this stuff ourselves. But
And there's a lot of people doing that now. I seen over in Missouri and that area in the Midwest, they're hemp crazy.
yeah,
They all got a brick, everyone.
ever since that 2018 Farm Bill, states are just jumping on board with growing hemp in their state.
Like walk around the event with the brick. They walk with the brick with them everywhere they go to show you it doesn't burn. Am I lying?
I want
No.
to go see you.
No, it's
I
true.
want to go see these people, these brick people, how they live.
It's the brick people. They all have the brick never leaves their side.
Like Wilson from that guy, Tom Hanks.
But
Like
but the
Castaway.
face is made out of burn marks from the Bic lighter that they use to show it doesn't burn. They don't care how windy it is either. They'll be out there, we're gonna get the lighter lit. They're all determined to show you that it doesn't burn.
I'm gonna make
Chances
it a
their
shirt.
actual houses are actually made out of hempcrete.
No, hell no, their house ain't made out of hempcrete.
Practice what you preach.
That's right. Well, where do they find you on Instagram, sir?
Underscore Michael Gabriel
Did you just set the chair on fire?
underscore. Possibly we'll know if I have to get up real fast.
Here comes Scott.
Oh man, this guy
And
was
his
serious.
nerve war.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Watch yourself.
Here we
Don't
go.
trip over there,
Don't trip,
Scott.
I say.
God
Anyway,
damn. You get a
underscore
heart
Michael
attack.
Gabriel like the Angels.
He
like
does something every week that
An
makes me
underscore.
think he might just kill everybody in here.
I want to come back just for Scott. I like Scott. I want to learn more. I appreciate it. It's dope.
Well, are you trying to nail my phone right off its little rig?
Is that Biggie shot?
Thank you guys for watching. Underscore Michael Gabriel underscore Nug Life News Benji Cooper. If you're reading about cannabis news, you're probably reading the story and you're following him anyway. So make sure you follow that. And thank you, Mr. Scott Migdal, for this day in history, and to know that we could get a better discount on our sporting events.
Very well.
You're watching Cannabis Capitol. Follow me under Medicinal Mike, and book me for stand-up comedy. It's way better than what we're doing here.